wires your rotator cuff to be harmonious with your new hips. So I don't want this to seem overwhelming, but to aspire to do the things we want to do. We want to get older, but do it a hell of a lot better than anybody in our family ever did. We want to keep practicing yoga, and we don't want to be a slave to our body. We want to be able to not conquer it, but be harmonious with it. There are these, and I'll send you guys a synopsis of everything we did. These things you have to be aware of, and they incorporate beautifully into the yoga practice. Because once you're aware of how a hip works in your postures, the postures are brilliant. You can execute these things from within the posture. Once you're aware of the sacroiliac ligaments, you can focus on that from within the posture. With a few deep tissue techniques up your sleeve, you can augment what you're already doing by trying to change some of the small little traumas that we have in the calf, in the multifidae, in the quad, in the tush, and then the practice just sort of consolidates what you're doing. And then, I'll send you guys the rotator cuff work, we didn't get through it. Having a strong rotator cuff is such a big deal. My analogy for a strong muscle, my favorite muscles in the body are the eyelids. Because they get short shrift. They lift their body weight hour after hour, day after day, and they're so good at it, you can't even feel them. When they do get tired, we're done. It's over. So as far as what kind of strength do we want to have at a rotator cuff, at the hips, and you can develop it in yoga, it's eyelid strength. We want eyelid strength at the arches, at the hips, at the rotator cuff. That's who you should be looking up to. Is your eyelids.
Where's your rotator cuff exactly?
You can point out on my back if you'd like.
Okay. So a rotator cuff is a family of 4 muscles. Like the butt cheek is a family of multiple muscles. And there are 3 of them, 2 of them, that are on top of the shoulder blade. There's a little guy that runs on the top aspect, on the back of the shoulder blade. There's one that's underneath the shoulder blade. It has a continuation into, let's go this way, it has a continuation into the obliques, and has a big ligament that goes to the back of the arm. So essentially, imagine a butt cheek in your upper body that is connecting the arm and the obliques. So it is the bridge that's connecting the upper limb into the core. So it does stuff like that. It's just the thing that translates power between the fingers, really in the feet.
And if we were to trigger point it, do you want to point out where we put the ball?
Sure. Okay. So the biggest muscle of the rotator cuff family, it's 4 muscles in a rotator cuff, like hamstrings. It's a group of muscles. It's the belly. What's your name?
David.
David. David, come here for a second. I'll beat up Laura.
I don't mind.